Greetings everyone, I am Dr. J, and it's time to delve into a new game for Through the Looking Glass, which I expect to take a very long time, and the main reason why I plan to have 2 games going for this series at once. I learned my lesson with Diablo 2. Don't have just one game going unless it's a short one, otherwise you'll spam the channel with nothing but that game for a month, especially if it's a long game. Since that I have a special place in my heart for RPGs, I felt it was time to go back to the cRPG, or computer RPG, one of the first gaming genres to exist, and the first transition from the pen and paper RPG Dungeons & Dragons into a digital space. I fully expect this to take a while, and doubly so because this is essentially going to be Dr. J reads stuff and does impressions the video series. I've been told I have a good radio voice, but I'll let you decide that one for yourself. After doing some research on old school cRPGs, I have chosen the original Baldur's Gate. A couple of warnings before I go too far, however. Firstly, I have played a decent amount of Baldur's Gate 2 and know how the game generally ends, which means I know the fates of some characters and it is likely that I will recognize plot points. I will try and specify whenever anything comes up that I do remember, but given that I wasn't at an age to appreciate it back then, I don't think it will be a huge issue now. Second, because of this, I do not intend to do a review of the sequel, although I am open to playing through it again if there is some interest. Finally, for this series, I am not doing the Enhanced Edition, nor am I modding the original in any way. The only thing I attempted to do was install a widescreen mod, but it led to poor video quality not only from a lot more black space than there should have been, but also because it caused some frame rate issues. Since that this is the Infinity engine and the game is tied to frame rate, neither was ideal. I will see if I can get the widescreen mod to work, but for now, the old resolution is staying. With that said, let's get on with it. This first episode is going to be primarily getting the handle on the game and character creation, so prepared to look at a lot of stuff. This might take a while, but let's dive into the original Baldur's Gate. Alright, I hope this recording is working. I had to turn off the frame rate counter, otherwise it would show up in the actual thing. So, the rest of this episode is probably going to be devoted to character creation because this can take a while in a D&D style game, so let's get on with it. Okay. Let's see, what do I want? What horrible face do I want to take on? So many to choose from. Hard choice, hard choice. Well, the problem is I'm pretty sure that one or more of these is going to end up being a character in this game, so I'm not entirely sure. What's custom? What, can I... I'll have to look into that later, but... Well, I remember using this for Baldur's Gate, so I might as well use it here. Race, let's see. Let me see. What do I want to be? I don't know, I'm debating between... I don't know, what should I go? I really should have thought this through before I started playing this. Well, I might as well begin the reading nonsense. Let's see, humans are the predominant race in Faerun. Humans rule most of the significant empires and kingdoms in the Forgotten Realms. They are the most social and tolerant of races, excepting perhaps the halflings. The only special ability that a human possesses is that they may advance as any class and advance to any level. Fair enough. Alright, elves tend to be shorter and slimmer than normal humans. Their features are finely chiseled and delicate, and they speak in melodic tones. Elves are looked upon as being frivolous and aloof. They concern themselves with natural beauty, dancing, frolicking, and other similar pursuits. Their humor is clever, as are their songs and poetry. Elves have a natural resistance to charm and sleep magics. They can see in the dark with infravision, and they are very skilled in the use of bow and longsword. They have a bonus to their dexterity, but incur a penalty to their constitution. There are 5 racial divisions of the elves within their realms: Gold Elves, Moon, Wild, Sea, and Drow. Actually, I think for what I'm doing, I think I need to be a human. Because usually when I play a game like this, I'm a... Well, let me see real quick. Can I be a cleric? Oh, I can. Interesting. Because usually I played the Cleric, but I'm trying to remember. I believe there's a character that we get later on that is also is a druid, so I'm not sure. Well, let's see what I can be as a half-elf. That might be interesting. Pretty much the only thing that isn't allowed there is a pally. Okay, then. I'm just trying to remember what all of the classes do. Because I know I definitely don't want to be any of these. Let's just go with human. Simple enough. Let's see, what should I play? What should I pick? I'm thinking either mage or cleric. I'm just trying to remember what I get. Yeah, let's just go with cleric. What's the worst that can happen? I just need to pick a different class later. Okay, alignment. Trying to remember what all of these mean. Okay, what about chaotic good? Alright. Okay, fair enough. But since I'm a cleric, I imagine that means lawful good has to come into play. Alright. Abilities. Just trying to remember where all of these... Okay. Let's start rolling. Just trying to remember what is the best thing to pick for a cleric. I imagine that wisdom will become important. Let's see. Okay, strength for fighters, dexterity for thieves, constitution for ranger, intelligence for mage, wisdom for priests, charisma for the dub stat, I suppose. Okay, so I want to boost that. What's this? Physical resistance. I imagine I want to buff my wisdom as much as I can. Alright, what if I just re-roll a couple of times? Maybe I can find something good. Because I believe these are just part of a random number generator. So... yeah, that's probably not a good... Ooh, I don't know. Well, is it coming out the same every time? Well, you know what? This is probably close enough. Alright, there we are. Probably go less for dexterity and more for strength, because I have a feeling I won't use bows as much as I will staves. Okay, what about... Constitution. Because I'm not entirely sure what else I should take. It's been a while since I played one of these games. I'll probably need to do some reading into this and probably do another character on the side, just to make sure I've got this right. Okay. You have been given 2 proficiencies to start your character with. Choose from the above lists any of the highlighted proficiencies. If your character is a fighter, he will be able to choose the same proficiency twice. This will grant him specialization with the weapons listed. Keep in mind that a character can use any weapon available to his race and class, whether he has proficiency with it or not. However, if he attacks using a weapon that he is not proficient with, he suffers a minus to his attack rolls. Okay, so I can't specialize too much. Okay, missile weapons, so slings, darts, and crossbows. Mages, druids, and thieves can choose this proficiency, but are restricted to slings and darts. Okay, so I could only use a sling if I chose missile. What about spiked? Okay, morning stars and flails. Maces, clubs. You know, I'm probably going to be using staves mostly, so my thinking is go blunt and missile. Because then I've got a long-range weapon just in case I need to hit something from afar. I should have enough strength to handle blunt weapons, but I think this will be the right call for now. Alright, pre-spells. 3 from the above list. So what do I have access to? Okay, so... what is this? Okay, morale. And resistance to fear. Charm. Okay, so... enables the priest to commit. Okay, so that essentially stuns an enemy. Cure light wounds. Okay, that's going to be an essential. Okay. 1 to 8 points healing. It's useful. Detect evil. Yeah, I know what that is. I don't know. Is that the best? What's this? Shillelagh. Create a magical cudgel. Okay, that could be useful as an offensive weapon. What's this? Remove fear. Okay, so I think I'd either want to go one or the other on those. What's this? Magical stone. Okay, small magical pebble. Okay, that doesn't seem to be the most powerful. Entangle. I believe this acts as a snare. Yep. Okay, saving throw avert spell. Alright, fair enough. +3. Oh, that doesn't sound great. So, my thinking is, keep that. Sanctuary. As if he's invisible. Huh. Okay, so this can be used if I want to hide someone temporarily, but it'll break as soon as I attack. So my thinking is take these 3 at the moment. I don't know how prevalent fear is, though. Well, if I recall correctly, I'll be able to memorize more as I level up. So let's go with these 3 for now. I don't know if this is ideal, but again, I'm going into this relatively blind. Now, let's see. Let's see. I like green. Let's go with a darker shade. Oh, that looks ugly. Huh, that could work. It's not a big deal, but either way, but... okay.
Onward! Death to you all!
As it should be.
Your life ends here. I alone belong here.
Okay.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
Ha ha! I'll lead them well.
I think this one makes the most sense. Okay, Dr. J probably isn't a good name. Here, I'll use what my dad wanted to call me. That should work. I believe that's how it's spelled. I'll let you figure out how it's pronounced, unless I need to say it.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorian. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorian has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorian has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Alright then. Okay, so already I'm running into things that I remember. I do know my character's heritage, but I will not say it here. Okay. As you move around the keep, you will find green-robed monks. Talk to these monks and they will give you lessons on how to play the game. To talk with the monks, left-click on them while your character is selected. Your character should walk over and talk with the monk. Also, many different messages will be given to you through the text window on the bottom of the screen. To expand and contract this window, simply use the two small buttons to the right of it. There we are. Alright. Let's see, do I have a map? I also have a map.
What would you have me do? Your wish?
Okay. Well, let's just walk around for a little bit and see what we find, I suppose. Okay, let's see. Kind of wish I had put the widescreen mod on, but every time I've tried, it's been a poor frame rate. For some reason, though, my laptop seems to be getting a better frame rate, although it might be because it's actually a 720p monitor. Definitely not the most ideal for gaming, but considering how old this game is, it just doesn't seem to matter. Okay, there we are. There's a map. So pressing M seemed to work. And I presume this is also the map. Cool. Just keep walking. Eventually we'll find something, right? Okay. Let's see how much I can remember. What's in here?
Very well.
I should have joined the army.
Ugh, what a meat-filled night. That hole is just too much. Poor sap had to go man at the gate this morning too. I don't know how he does it. What can I do for you anyway? Nothing really, I was just nosing around. Yeah, well, don't think this headache means I'm not keeping my eye on you. How friendly. Sorry, young one, but you're not to be allowed in here. Now go run along and do something useful. Well then.
If you insist.
Okay. Let's go find somewhere to plop myself down.
Hurry up!
Yeah, you hurry up, you jerk. I believe this is the Candlekeep Inn. I'm trying to remember. Alright, my character's coming.
Very well.
Forget how slowly this game moves. Supposedly, since this is the Infinity Engine, the game speed is tied to the frame rate, so I'm tempted to bump up the frame rate a little bit, if only to move things a little more quickly. At the same time, it may make the game harder, but I'm not sure.
If you insist.
Alright, what have we got here?
hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
What? Well, hello there, young one. Come to visit your old pal Winthrop, have ye? Well, don't forget the 5,000 gold piece book entry fee as per Candlekeep custom, don't you know? You always were the bigger egg kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier very nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not quite so often. Ah! Just having a bit of fun with you, my friend. Them monks may be walking around with poles in their nithers, but you know you are always welcome here in my sight. Gorian did well by you, he did. So is there anything I could do for you? Some drinks, a room to sleep, or anything to buy? Sure, what do you have? Okay, so we've got the inn, so what do we have here? I'm trying to remember. I've obviously got this staff, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I've got 90 GP. trying to think, what would be useful to me? I don't know, a sling might be not be a bad idea. Are there any... Ah, here are a few bullets. Alright, let's go with this for the moment, and I've got a quarterstaff, so that shouldn't be a problem. I think I want to look at my inventory before I pick anything else up. So what do I have? Okay, there we are. I've got quick items there in case I need to use potions.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
I'll take your word for it. Not that I would know. Okay, so... Studded leather armor, huh? I think that'd be worth it. There we are. It's relatively heavy, but it should give me some protection. Anywhere else in here that I need to worry about?
A pleasure to meet a socially acceptable person, such as yourself.
No time to chit-chat.
I'm sorry, but my wife and I would like some time alone. Isn't that right, lovely? Fine. Wonder if there's anything upstairs.
Very well.
Okay, looks like just a bunch of rooms and people sleeping. Alright then, we'll go back downstairs.
All right.
Yes, you will move, you jerk. Come on.
If you insist.
Actually, wait, there was someone who wasn't just dressed in green. I'm gonna go talk to him real quick.
All right. It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Ah yes, I'm back within the hallowed halls of Candlekeep. With this iron crisis upon us, the trips from Baragos was more hazardous than I care to relate. You're Gorian's ward, aren't you? My, you have come into your own, if you would permit an old man jealous of youth to say so. I left an identity scroll with Tetheril in the inner grounds. He should be done examining by now, so if you could fetch it for me, I'd be grateful. Oh shoot, oh that was a quick save. Okay, good, that's what Q does. Good. I believe J is journal then? Okay. Tetheril. Alright, let's go hunting. I presume this here is the inner grounds, so let's see what we find. I've explored through here a little bit in order to test the game and make sure everything was working, so I know a little bit about what's coming up.
The worm shall wander the earth, and such a pestilence will follow in his wake that all that know of his passing
a great host will come from the east
shall
like a
be
plague of
struck
locusts.
down by the
So saith the wise
plague.
Alonso.
The Lord of Murder shall
So
perish,
saith the wise.
but in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos will be sown from their passage.
Okay, I'm just gonna ignore all you
So
freaks
saith
now.
the wise Alonso.
Okay. Inner grounds, Well, is this the inner grounds, or is it further in? I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Hey, it's me, Emmoin.
Okay, do I want to do a female voice? I don't know. I don't know, could I do that? I think the only woman I can really do correctly is Jennifer Hale. I'll just use my normal voice for now. I'm surprised that stuffy old Gorian left you away from your studies and chores. That old fiddle-faddle. I snuck off too. Old Puffguts Winthrop was looking for me, but I've got all day to do his chores. You have time for a story today? No, I can't No, I can tell you don't. What have you been up to? I'm afraid I cannot chat today, little one. My foster father wishes me to prepare for a journey, but I will not say to where. Little one? I'm not much younger than you. Though you sure got tall fast. Relative anyway. A journey, eh? I never get to travel. Wish I could go with you. Yep, I really wish I could. Yes, sir, really do. Are you insinuating something, young one? Alright, I'll get the message. I'll ask if you can go with us. Oh, don't be silly. Gorian would never even let you finish this sentence. Especially after what the letter of his said... Or did I say that? No, of course I didn't. Never saw no letter. Nope. I'll just get back to work now. You'd better go. Gorian is waiting. Well, that tells me all I need to know about you.
Oh, my child, I am glad I have found you.
This is very unnerving, I know, but you must trust me. It is very important that you pack your possessions so that we may leave Candlekeep immediately. Hurry, for there is no time to tarry. The keep is well protected, but not invulnerable. Please, father, tell me where will we be going? Alas, I cannot, for I have not truly decided yet. All that is certain is that we will be far safer on the move. Perhaps the woods might offer some secluded security, or perhaps the city of Baldur's Gate would offer cover amidst its teeming throngs of people. I do not know where we shall end up, but I have a few friends here and there. I will think on this. What could possibly harm us here? This place is a fortress and guarded beyond measure. Candlekeep is indeed a formidable obstacle for ne'er-do-wells, but it is not insurmountable. No matter how thick the mesh, at least one mosquito always finds its way through. No, my child, we must leave as soon as possible, for our safety and for that of our friends here. What should I bring with me on this journey? If you would just give me some clue as to what I will need. My dear child, you should know yourself well enough to purchase the gear you need. I have given you what I can spare, so hurry off to the inn and speak with Winthrop. Use your skills as a reference and buy what basics you must, though spend wisely. His prices are fair, but you must not have enough gold to purchase all that you would want. Just wait a little longer. There are a few things I must do. Alright, am I allowed in here? Nope. Alright, let's go find that other person and move on with our lives.